Hola mi gente. This is a tough video for me to do. I have to admit something. I made a mistake. All right? So I'm going to be 100% transparent with you. So all the creators and everybody's doing their what's in my wallet for the final quarter of the year, from October to December. And I messed up in planning on which cards I should have and use in my wallet for this final quarter. You see, I got greedy about a month or two ago and I started applying for cards, not thinking that with these wonderful, massive sign-up bonuses were also massive spending requirements in very short periods of time. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what's in my wallet, what mistake I made, because I'm telling you right now, my wallet will look very different going into this final quarter. So let me just say, points and miling, I don't even know if miling is a word or a term, ain't easy. But let's jump into it. These are the 4 cards which caused me great pain. I'm hoping to get the benefit out of them, but you'll see as I go into it. Let's start off with the American Express Business Gold Card. So yesterday I made a video on the new features that American Express is throwing on their Business Gold Card. And with those new features and new updates also come new higher fees. When I signed up for this card in July, it was $275 for the card, $50 for any additional card, the first additional, then the rest were free for employee cards. And like I said in the other video, thanks to Sebi, I was able to get 100,000 points, MR points, with 10,000 spent, but not in 3 months, in 6 months. So that gave me some breathing room, okay? So right off the bat, you can see where this is going. 10,000 spent for the American Express Business Gold Card. And I'm not gonna lie, it has its benefits. That's one of the reasons why I got it. You know, a lot of you say I'm a Amex fanboy, but to meet this spend, I have to meet this spend by January 6th, 2024 to spend the 10,000. Now I'm well on my way to get there because due in part that I need to replace the central AC in my home in Florida, where I also record from when I'm down there, and that was almost $8,000. So I'm splitting up that spend actually amongst 2 cards, and you'll see my reason for it in another video, but that took a nice chunk out of this card for me. Now, the American Express Business Gold Card, you're going to get 4 points per dollar spent on your 2 highest purchases every statement period. Now, they added new categories. So they added, since yesterday actually, October 3rd, today's the 4th, transit purchases, trains, taxi cabs, rideshare services, ferries, tolls, parking, buses, and subways. Okay, so if you do a lot of spending on that for business, you're going to get 4 times per dollar. You're also going to get 4 times per dollar if you spend your money on electronic purchases and goods sold from retailers and software and cloud system providers. They're also giving you monthly wireless telephone service charges made directly from a wireless telephone service provider in the US. US purchases at gas stations, which is what I used the last couple of months when I went away. Restaurants 4 times. That's where I'm actually making the most spend. And you're going to see what I'm doing now with the Business Gold. I'm actually using it as I would normally the Gold Card for my dining out purchases during this time, because I need to make the spend requirement. And this has the same return as my regular Gold. So I use this to make the spend requirement because I do a lot of dining out. And this time of the year with my birthday next week, my wife's birthday next week, and all these parties and whatever else, it adds up. So, you know, this is one of the reasons why I'm using this kind of as my regular Gold Card, but right now to meet the spend requirement on my Business Gold. You're also going to get 3 times on points on flights, but it has to be done through the Amex portal, okay? They also took away the 25% pay-as-you-go with points offer that they had before because they figured the Platinum is giving you 35, so they kind of took that benefit away. They also took away the 4 points on shipping that they were offering. So again, you're gonna get some of the benefits you had on the old card. They added these new, but the new fee is gonna be $375. So I made a mistake earlier. Actually, my card was $295. So they're going up $80 starting February 1st, 2024. So I don't know if I'm going to re-up this card next year, but for my purposes, for my wallet, I'm using the business gold card till the end of the year because I have to make this spend by January 6, 2024. So I'm not going into a deep dive into all these cards and why I'm using it because obviously, as I just admitted, I messed up. All right, this is not my ideal setup. But now let's go into my mess up number 2. So, as I said, greediness will get you where it got me right now. And the next card I signed up for, because in theory is a great card and a lot of points, and oh my God, I can't wait to get it, was the Chase the Chase Business Inc. Preferred card, okay? Which functions like the Chase Sapphire Preferred. That's why I just messed up that name, but that just goes to show you I didn't plan this out perfectly. But this card gives you a massive 100,000 ultimate rewards points with $8,000 spent in 3 months. So 2 cards and in 3 months, $18,000 to spend to get 200,000 points from these 2 cards. Again, not the brightest I was at applying for this because I didn't realize the overlap would really just do me in. But the Ink Preferred is a phenomenal card. Now I need to spend $8K. The due date is December 15th. So I got like a little bit over 2.5 months to meet this spend. And what makes this card special, like I said earlier, it functions a lot like the Chase Sapphire Preferred. But it gives you, in addition to the welcome bonus offer of 100,000 points, $8,000 spent in 3 months, which is valued at about $1,250 if you use it with the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal. You're going to earn 3 points on the first $150,000 spent, which is a ton. I'll never get there. On travel, select business categories, every anniversary year, you're going to get round-the-clock monitoring of your credit card purchases. You're going to get 25% more by using your points in the Chase portal by using this business preferred, just like I said, like the Chase Preferred card. You're going to get self-pro protection, purchase protection, trip cancellation protection. You're going to have, if you spend on internet, cable, travel, and ads purchased on different social networks as well 3 times. That's a lot. And that's actually what I'm using for my social networks and different software and things that I've been doing lately for this channel. I've been using it and putting that spend on the preferred. And again, similar to like I did with the Amex regular gold card that I'm using the business gold, I'm doing the same with the preferred because of the way that they're giving me the spend, okay? And because it's a lot to spend, I'm really just trying to pull from everywhere. Taxes are due November 1st, so I'm gonna put that down. So there's a lot of things that are coming up that, I'm trying to really just grasp it and just get it done. So again, I'm gonna reiterate, big mistake on my part. Big mistake number 3 is I thought it was a cool idea at the beginning, but I got the United Business Mileage Plus card. And the reason is because I've been using United Airlines a lot this year. And in conjunction with the Founders Card, that membership that I mentioned in a couple of videos ago, it gives me 16% off the flights, business and first class. And I'm going now at the end of October to go install that AC. And that's gonna give me 16% off. So I'm flying first class round trip both ways for $330, which is not a bad deal for first class. So, in conjunction with that, I did it. And because I also have the personal card from United, they give you every year an anniversary boost of 5,000 miles. And they also give you 2 club lounge passes. So with the other 2 I get from the personal card, that gives me 4. when I use the American Express airline incidental credit of $200, that gets me like 3.5 more. So it covers me quite a bit when I travel. That's the reason why I got this card. It gives you 50,000 miles, but the spend requirement is 5,000 in 3 months. And guess when that is due? December 11th, 2023. Again, wasn't the brightest in figuring this out. You can see the theme of this video, how it's going. I should just put on my thumbnail, not too bright, look what I did. But this is what I did. And I did it because I was able to get these cards, especially from Chase. When I mentioned in another prior video that I was already 824, I got these cards at being over 824. And I understand people are going to say, oh yeah, but the business cards don't count against it or whatever. You're going to have different people saying different things. But I've also had people tell me they were denied. So for me, when I was able to get approved, I took it. So, don't fault me for that one. But what the United card does give you, in addition to the 50,000 bonus miles for spending 5,000 in 3 months, there's no annual fee the first year, which is great. Then it's $99. So that's not a bad deal to get these miles and to be able to kind of combine it together with my personal card and get more club passes and so on. And like I said, with the founder's card giving me 16% more, that helps a lot. It gives you 2 miles for every dollar spent on United purchases, dining including eligible delivery services, gas stations, office supply stores. So it's not bad. The returns aren't bad. I mean, it's not as great as some of the other 3 and 4, but for one card at a no annual fee, basically the first year and $99 after that, you know what? I'll take it. It's going to add more miles to the pot when I travel next year. So that's one of the reasons why I did it. You also get your first check bag free, and up to $140 round trip. And like I said earlier, I'll get 2 United passes that they're going to give me. Plus, if I do 7 trips, they're going to give me a $100 United travel credit on every anniversary year. So this year I've gone on 8 so far. So it looks like I might even make that for next year as well. So for me, this card was good. But again, to use them, right for the holidays, I would have planned this differently. Now, the only one where I probably, and this is where I was kind of smart, I guess, but I wouldn't even call it that at this point. The 4th card is the Discover It. And this is going to be the workhorse for the next 3 months. I mentioned the other day on the best cards for holiday shopping, and this was the first one on my list. And the reason it was the first one was I got this card back in July. The great thing about this card is it doesn't have an annual fee. It gives you no interest for 15 months on purchases and balance transfers. I was initially offered a credit limit of $15,000. 2 weeks ago, they upped that to $17,000, which was huge. And their categories have been really, really strong. In July, I was able to utilize the mobile wallet tap to pay feature, where I was able to meet the spend requirements. And don't forget that, the Discover It card for the first year matches your spend. And so in this case, you're really going to get 10% instead of the 5%, which is huge as a return. So I really use the tap to pay feature over the summer. And coming out for this quarter, they're giving 5% back on Amazon.com and at Target stores. And as I mentioned in my other video, those are powerful for the holidays. I do most of my shopping on Amazon. A lot of the equipment I bought this year, lighting and so on. And Target, there's one literally I could walk to 4 or 5 blocks away from my house. So a lot of the holiday spend is going to be there. So that's going to be my kind of holiday catch-all card. So this is probably the smartest card I have in my wallet, go figure, from the no annual fee Discover card. Okay, I have other cards there that are costing me a lot of money, yet the no fee, and I'm going to give them a shout out, my no fee Boricua Discover card is the champ. And I'm actually going to use them through Three Kings, Los Reyes. All right, I'm going to throw that in there for Three Kings because they're going to give me the best bang for my buck in my wallet. So, guys, I'm just being brutally honest. I hope you learn from my mistakes. Don't go crazy applying and doing things thinking, oh, great, I got this, I got that, because I just showed you I really messed up, for lack of a better word, because 3 cards, I'm looking at $23,000 worth of spend, okay? 23,000 to really get all those points because I don't want to leave anything on the table. So I'm moving everything over to those cards to have it work out for me. I'm not going to do this again. Hopefully. Never say never. But that's where I'm at. If you like anything that I said, or if you learned anything in this video, hit that like and subscribe button. It's going to help me tremendously, especially paying these bills through the holidays. It really does support the channel. Like always, mi gente, I appreciate you and I thank you. Until next time, take care.